This is the Supremacary Son here for his first YouTube video. I'm going to be a Yu-Gi-Oh channel for the most part. And I'm going to start off with a deck profile, okay? Sorry that there's nothing super fancy and it's a little shaky, but you have to bear with me here, okay? So, this is my zombie deck. It's a non-meta deck. It's called a rogue deck. I'm going to start off with the traps, though. So I run one bottomless trapple because you can only run one and it's super good. I like using it to out people's pendulums because people still use them. Solemn Warning, same exact reason. It's super good. It's shiny. So I run 3 Mirror Forces because I love battle traps and I get outed by this thing all the time, so I have a tendency to run it. And then I also run 2 trap cards that my friends honestly hate. Threatening Roar. What this states is, your opponent cannot declare an attack this turn, which is like insane. It's good. If you have nothing better to do, this is a great out. So I run Vendreads in this deck. So I run Vendread Reorigin, and it's pretty much you tribute the opponent's monster if it's got a level and you summon it. It's pretty awesome. It's really good for outing Masterpiece if it's not immune to traps. Then I run 2 Heavy Storm Dusters. I run 1 in the side. I'd run 3, except it states you can't construct your battle phase the turn you use this, so it's a problem sometimes, but it's really good. I run 2 Magic Cylinders. It's a really battle trap heavy deck. Magic Cylinder because, well, Magic Cylinder's good. And I run 3 Draining Shield. As you can see, it is an anti-everything deck. If you attack me, you're getting told. Alright, so we're going to swap to the spells now. Alright, so I run 3 of the Vendread Ritual spell. Ren Vendread Origin. It's really good. It's got protection in the grave, and since they're zombies, I can use them in the grave. I run 2 Book of Life because it's really good because you get to banish one of your opponent's resources. I'm currently leveling it. And it's just really good because you banish one of the opponent's resources and you get something. I like to summon out of my grave Uni-Zombie. I like to summon Uni-Zombie out of my grave a lot. See? Uni-Zombie. It's a zombie staple. I run 1 Pre-Preparation of Rites because it's limited to 1. It lets me search for a ritual monster and add a ritual spell back to my hand. I run only 2 Zombie Worlds because I tried 3 for a little bit. It just bricked a lot because not a lot of people out it. And if they do, they're going to keep outing it, so you might as well just leave it alone. I run 1 Into the Void because it's a really good draw card and it's a really good card to send cards to the grave. Like, say I have Mizuki, which is a good card, Uni-Zombie. So if I have Mizuki and Uni-Zombie, so say these 2 are in my hand, along with another Mizuki. I get to draw a card, and then I can just summon Uni-Zombie, discard Mizuki, activate the effect, get some levels. And at the end of the turn, all my cards in my hand go to the grave, so I can use those effects. And I run 1 because it's limited to 1 at this point in time. Sorry. 1 Day of Peace. It's really good protection for yourself. It's annoying for the opponent, but it's a good draw. Sometimes it'll bite you. Since I said before I use rituals, I run only 2, because I only own 2, sadly. Renverd Slayers, because he's good. His effect itself is kind of lackluster, but he's really good to send cards to the grave and search for the ritual. Now, monsters, I run, I believe, 1 Uni-Zombie. I run 2 Uni-Zombie. I run 2 Uni-Zombie because I don't like running 3. Really don't. Everybody tells me I should, but I don't like running it. It doesn't play well with me. Because this deck has a tendency to run out of hand a lot, so yeah. And of course, I run 3 Mizuki because he is a staple in every zombie deck. He really is. Notice I have 3 rarities of him, actually. Mizuki's pretty simple when he's in the grave. You can banish him and toss him to another zombie. So say we have 2 Mizukis in the grave. You can banish Mizuki and summon Mizuki, right? It's pretty good. Along with any other zombies. I run 1 Plague Spreader. There's not really a specific reason why I only run one. I own quite a few of him, but I don't do a lot of synchro plays in this deck, as you will see. It's mostly just the deck itself, and it stalls very well. In the side deck, I run a Solemn Wishes and a couple other cards, but it's pretty good. I run very sadly. I really do wish I owned more than it. Pum Princess, Princess of Ghosts. Now, she is really annoying to out. She's really easy to out, actually. So, say I set her face down and you attack her, right? What happens is she gets flipped up. She gets destroyed, and she moves to the spell and trap card zone. In every single standby phase, she gets a counter. For every counter, the opponent's monster uses 100 attacks. It stacks up super quick. I run 3 Pyramid Turtles. I have a shiny one, too. 3 Pyramid Turtles. Now, this is a really good card. It's really old school, too. It's destroyed, special summon a zombie 2,000 or less defense, which is like 3/4 of all the zombie cards in existence. It's got to be from the deck, though. I run 3 Goblin Zombies. Now, 3 Zombie Masters. Maybe I run 2. I guess I run 2. I run 2 Zombie Masters. 2 Zombie Masters! Oh, that's going to be fun. Sadly, this is not the new Zombie Master. Oh, that one's got some damage. The new Zombie Master is actually better. What is the new Zombie Master? What am I talking about? So he's really cool because in his new printing, he can special his cost. Yeah, 2 summon, 2 the graveyard, 2 special summon. But the new one states pretty much that you can special summon his cost, which not a lot of cards can do. I run 3 Rendered Horde Hunt because he's got an effect. When he's used to ritual summon this dude, he gets the effect that once per turn I can banish a spell or trap card, which is super awesome. I run only 2 because he tends to brick a lot. Only 2 Remnants because he's good attack points, 1800, he's got similar effect. We bench special summoned. That's really it. I mean, he's got a cool effect where you can special summon him from your hand if he's destroyed by battle or card effect. That's okay. I run 1 Goblin Zombie. He's a pretty old tech card, so you don't use him for his effect where he does damage and the opponent knows the card you don't. You use him for the specific reason of he gets to add a zombie to your hand. Out of this deck, the only zombie he cannot add to your hand is Pyramid Turtle. Oh, and this next card right here. So this is Necroface. Necroface is terrifying because shows all the banished cards into the deck, and he gains 100 per. Then if he's banished, which he typically is when it comes to this deck, you just banish 5 cards off to all top of the deck. And it's really amazing because you're going through the game, you get late game, you've got a bunch of cards in the banish zone because of Slayer and all the effects. This gets shuffled back into the deck, he gets big. Alright, I think the biggest I ever got him is 5,000. I run a card that not a lot of people play. It's Gozuki. He's got a great mill effect. It's a shame it's a once per turn. His secondary effect is lackluster, banishes a different zombie to summon a different zombie from your hand. Zombies are typically grave. But he's good attack, he's okay defense, same stats as Mizuki. I like his art. He's kind of cool looking. And I just enjoy him. I run 1 Shootin' Doji. Shootin' Doji is my draw and recovery card. Shootin' Doji is very simple. He's 15/8. He's a zombie. He's a dark. He's Earth, actually. Level 4. Once per turn, you activate his effect. You return a banished zombie to the top of your deck. So, like, if I have Mizuki banished for something, put him on top of the deck. If I want to, and I have cards I don't need, like, say I have a Goblin Zombie and a Pyramid Turtle I don't need, I can banish those 2 and just get a draw. And then a card I run because sometimes you need something bigger than Slayer. And it's really nice when Zombie rolls out. I run Red Eye Zombie Dragon because you can special him with Pyramid Turtle. He's got a great effect where you can just tribute a zombie, which is kind of cool. And in some cases, I've actually tributed him to activate Slayer's effect because when he leaves the field, I get to send a Revenant or a Horde Hound to the grave and search for a ritual. It's really awesome if I do that. I search for the ritual, summon this. I can activate the ritual from the grave in from my hand, summon him, and I got Zombie Slayer, with both of his effects, which is awesome, and I've got Red Eyes. And if Zombie World's on the field and I kill opponent's monster, I can take it. Next will be the extra deck. Now, this isn't very, organized here, but I'll do my best. We're going to start off with the new thing, Lynx. So we have 2 decodes, okay. I run 2 decodes because I own 2, and I really do enjoy using him. I just pulled this dude the other day, actually, from a pack, and I really love using him. It's Firewall. Everybody's talking about how good he is, and he really is that good. It's a shame he's Cyverse, but it's okay. I run 2 Proxy Dragons, because he's really good for using those cards you don't need, and he's really good for getting things in the grave. He really is. Run 1 Mrs. Radiant, because I can make it. It lets me search out some stuff. I don't use it very often, but if I do, it's just in case. Like, if I've really got nothing else, he's a good, hey, you're sitting on here, let me search for a Pyramid Turtle. Synchros. I'm going to tell you about my Synchros. So I don't run many. I run 3 to be exact. I run these 3. I run a Crystal Wing, Trishula, and Metaphysaurus. Metaphysaurus is the main combo piece of this little triangle, because if I synchro him using Plague Spreader, I can put Plague Spreader back on the field, and then just with 2 + 6 = 8. So then I can just synchro Crystal, which is super awesome. Or vice versa, if I have Horus, I can I don't really make him very often with Horus, but he's pretty good just for a field. And then I use a lot of Xyz, because I just love Xyz. So I run 1 number 101, because I love using him. I run Dark Rebellion, because he's super good. If the opponent's got a big monster, you just can't get over it, just take out that monster's attack and put it on your own. I run 1 of these, because you can't make him very often, but when you do, he's good. Lich. Lich has got a pretty awesome effect during the opponent's turn. He gets to put something in the field. And for the stall tactics of this deck, it's pretty good. Protect Lich somehow, and you're set for a while. And he's 0. Like, he's 0 defense. So, like, if I'm running my Shiranui engine, it's super good. I run a 17, number 17. I run number 39, and I run number 20. Because I can make him a lot, I can make him a lot, and I can make him a lot. They're all really good. I like how this one gains attack. Utopia is just a good tech, and then Giga Brilliant's super good. For my side deck, I sadly don't have them, but I run Solemn Wishes a lot because it lets me draw. If I could, I'd run more Plum Princess, but that's about it. So that's the end of the video. Bye.